Vickers with Taylor County Sheriff's Office. I'm currently assigned as school resource deputy here at TCAS, which is the Taylor County Accelerated School. I got 30 years plus of law enforcement experience. Started my career September 3rd, 1991. Shortly after I graduated out of high school on June 2nd, 1989, which was my birthday. I graduated high school on my birthday. But anyhow, make a long story short, I started my career with the Jasper Police Department September 3rd of 91. Worked with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office for about 5 years. Went back to the police department in 2005. Continued working as a road patrol officer until February of 2015, when I formally retired from the Jasper Police Department. Then I turned right back around and got back in law enforcement through the Jennings Police Department. Wound up becoming a traffic lieutenant for the city of Jennings, and worked and went for a little bit with the Bradford County Sheriff's Office for about 6 to 7 months, and then came here in February of 2018, where they immediately put me on the road as a road deputy. And then about a year later, they promoted me to a school resource deputy, and I love it. I love working with our youth and our kids. That's our future. My job here at the Taylor County Schools as a school resource deputy is safety. Not only from the outside elements, like every day we just seem like we have a active shooter situation somewhere in the United States. My job is to stop that. My job is not only from outside threats, but the kids themselves. Our kids is getting to the point now to where they're experimenting with some pretty harmful drugs: methamphetamine, heroin, crank. Crank is basically another form of methamphetamine. Our students are getting a hold of it. I know back in the 80s, whenever the epidemic first started coming to light, our big drugs back then was cigarettes and booze. And it's gotten now to where the kids themselves are getting into more and more detrimental type drugs like methamphetamine. And we're talking about 12, 13, 14-year-old students here. If we as adults don't get a hold of this and start teaching our youth the old way of things, discipline at home, this is just going to get worse and worse and worse. It's already gotten to the point now where the kids is pretty much running the household and it's bringing off into the school. The school has rules that will be enforced. That's including the school policy of clothing. Our job here at school is to give our kids an education. It's your job to discipline your own youngins. If your kids are getting dressed for school and they can't bend over in the jeans that they got on because they're too tight, or their pants are having to be constantly pulled up because they're too baggy and they're showing their rear end, chances are it ain't gonna match school policy. If their pants look like they just got through fighting a tiger and lost it with a weed eater, sorry, chances are they're probably not going to pass. If you're sitting there at the house and your kids are getting dressed for school and you're questioning if it may or may not suit the school policy, 9 times out of 10, it's not. Have them change their clothes before they come to school. If the kids are back talking you, chances are they're coming to school and trying the same thing. Your kids are here for an education, not to be disciplined. Discipline begins with you at the house. So we're asking all our parents to please start helping the kids adhere to the codes of the school system and stuff of that nature. Likewise, we are here to help the students. If the students are having problems with schoolwork and stuff like that, we are all here to try to help the kids have a passing grade to the point where they're able to make a future for themselves. My name is Deputy Mike Vickers. I currently work underneath Sheriff Wayne Paget at the Sheriff's Office. Our motto with the Sheriff's Office is if you see something, say something. And I'm bringing that into the school system. I tell our kids all the time, if you see the other kids doing something wrong, say something. Don't be a coward. Don't be one of the kids that just follows along with the program because that's what it goes along with. Again, my name is Deputy Mike Vickers. I currently work with the Sheriff's Office as a school resource deputy. If you see something, say something. And God bless America. Thank you.